Hello, Thunderheads, and welcome to the first Weekly Thunder of 2019. I hope everyone made it into the new year safe and happy. Now let's kick off this first Mjolnir Monday of the new year. LSU defeated UCF in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, so I guess UCF isn't the national champs. I guess not. You're not even the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl champs. Just saying. Oh well, congrats to LSU. SEC. Also later on in the day, and this all took place on New Year's Day, by the way, Ohio State defeated Washington in the Rose Bowl, as to be expected, and Texas defeated Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, much to my anger. And to make matters even worse, but kind of funny if you really have no dog or bulldog in the fight, the Texas mascot Bevo, who is a longhorn steer, charged Uga, the Bulldogs mascot, who's an actual bulldog. So, I guess they have the Miz with horns as a mascot. I don't know. Also, a reminder: the national championship of the college football playoff between Clemson and Alabama is tonight, and there's an exclusive Captain Marvel preview apparently. So, excitedness for sports fans and Marvel geeks alike. God bless you, Disney. Also, stunning upsets for NFL Wild Card Weekend, and there was a plenty of them. And maybe this is an upset if you're hyped up on the well-deserved Deshaun Watson and the Texans train, but that just means you forgot about Andrew freaking Luck, who could barely throw the Duke this past summer, and yet the Colts still beat Houston after this being the, second week of the playoffs for them after beating the Titans in last Sunday night's win in your in Week 17 game. So the Colts are on fire, something fierce. Also, the Cowboys beat the Seahawks. I will repeat that. The Cowboys beat the Seahawks in the playoffs. The Cowboys won a playoff game. They won another playoff game just 2 years after their last one. This is stunning considering the Cowboys' history the last couple of decades. The upset keeps a-rolling, as Sunday had the Chargers beat the Ravens once again. So I guess even though, Lamar Jackson and that Ravens defense were amazing, I guess in this case experience went out, because Phillip Rivers has been to the playoffs quite a few times if you've been following the NFL any point before 2010. And Nick Foles defies the odds once again as the Eagles beat the Bears and that incredible throwback defense. John Cena returned to SmackDown on New Year's Day as well. He tag-teamed with the man Becky Lynch against Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega, and they won. So, I'm sure Andrade Cien Almas will get his championship eventually. There's 11 more months in 2019, despite starting it off against the loss, but it's against the man and John Cena, so we'll forgive that. Also, John Cena will be on Raw tonight, if you're listening to this on Mjolnir Monday Post Day, and it'll be exciting to see who he pairs up with then, and what he'll do since he probably doesn't have any movies on the slate anytime soon. In TV news, if you've still been watching The Walking Dead after the 9 seasons, then you know who Dwight is, the right-hand man of Negan, who betrayed him, because Negan pretty much took his wife as his own. Well, he left that main show, and he's joining Fear the Walking Dead, which is only the second consecutive season that there's a Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead crossover, after Morgan crossed over this past season to pretty good results, I would say, in my opinion. And in DC TV news, Young Justice Outsiders released on Friday. Well, at least the first 3 episodes. I haven't seen it yet. I've been trying to binge through the series because I only watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes before it left Netflix. So I pretty much started from the beginning and I've been going through. So a review of Outsiders will be coming eventually. Just got to give me some time because I'm not a professional binger. I'm so surprised that I made it through Titans and the second season of The Runaways in the short time that I did. Like, holy crap. So yeah, that's happening. Also, this past Saturday night, I went to an NXT event at the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium, which, yeah, Bon Secours Wellness Arena, it is not. I feel like it's only a little bit bigger than a school gymnasium, and instead of reserved seating, there's bleachers. I don't think I've sat on bleachers since literally high school. So that was an interesting experience, and also still prove to myself that I definitely prefer reserved seating over just wherever you want, whether it be at a live event or the movie theater. Just saying. So anyway, I was there and I did manage to get myself a nice little view of the ring. Not so much the entrance, but whatever. The ring view is pretty good. If you need some perspective, you can go on my Instagram, which is at ThunderTalkThor, or my personal Facebook, if you can find it. Which most of you are already friends with me, so yeah, you already know, and you probably already seen it scrolling down your feed, because I did post like 20 pictures. Anyways, I got to see EC3 and South Carolina's own Lacey Evans in action a good couple months, whenever they go up to the main roster, because they are part of this current batch of superstars that have been called up. So that was pretty neat. I got to see the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, and also the big man himself, Keith Lee, and it was actually a six-man tag team between Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and EC3 versus the members of the Undisputed Era that weren't Adam Cole, like Bobby Fish, and I don't know the names of the rest. And speaking of Adam Cole, he was in a single match against Aleister Black. Aleister won, by the way. And a match that I found really interesting, considering where three of the contestants are from versus one of them. Fatal 4-Way for the NXT UK Women's Championship, featuring the current champion of that, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, who will be facing Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver in about 3 weeks. I'm talking the NXT, not NXT UK, like NXT here in America. Also, there was someone I didn't recognize at all, and the amazing Pirate Princess and former NXT Women's Champion, Kairi Sane. Now, the real confusing thing about this was, yeah, Rhea Ripley's the only one that's actually on NXT UK. Bianca Belair, the other girl, and Kairi Sane are all on regular NXT, so that was confusing. But I guess they were just placeholders, because Rhea Ripley retained, obviously. Only makes sense. Also, the main event was Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, the tag team known as DIY, had a reunion because they're no longer an active team, considering they've gone their own separate heel turn ways. And they went up against the NXT North American Champion Ricochet and the Velveteen Dream. And the North American Championship, if you're not like super up to wrestling, is kind of like the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship. They're valid championships, but they're kind of secondary to the main championship. But still, a lot of the holders of these particular championships are pretty awesome. Look it up. And Velveteen Dream, I can only describe. I can't even describe it. You gotta look up Velveteen Dream yourself. It's like if. Oh man. How would I describe it? It's like if Prince came back and he was a WWE superstar. That's the best I can describe, and it's probably not even doing him justice. Like, the Velveteen Dream is such a character. But anyway, that was your first Weekly Thunder for January 7th, 2019. Thank you for joining me for the first of hopefully 52 consecutive Weekly Thunders of 2019. I'm kind of shocked I've been able to keep it going this consistently this long, but there you go. So yeah, hope to see you all again next Mjolnir Monday. You can find us on pretty much any podcatcher of your choice. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, iHeart, YouTube, Google Play, and hopefully we'll be expanding into some more if we haven't already hit all the bases so far. And also on the socials, Facebook.com/SexyVoiceThor, Twitter.com/ThunderTalk1, that's just the number 1, Instagram at ThunderTalkThor, where you can see pictures of the NXT event that I went to. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So anyway, for the final parting words, may you drink, fight, and make your ancestors proud.